Hi, I'm Vangie, and thanks for joining me today on What to Watch with Vangie. I have 3 shows and or movies for you that are able to be found on major streaming services for your pleasure. So let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah. Alright, so we're coming in at number 3. And that is going to be This Is Pop. I saw it on my Netflix account a couple of times. It got recommended, and I'm just like, I don't really care for that. I didn't think it was going to be what I wanted. I do like documentary style things, but I usually like Egyptology and National Geographic kind of documentaries. So I didn't think I was going to care for this because it just seemed like a pop culture, like, you know how the VH1 used to do the VR, the 2000s type situation. That's what I thought I was looking at, and it does have some similarities, but it's still kind of fresh and fun because I guess it's dealing with the era that I grew up in, and some era. It's actually quite broad, to be honest. It really takes you through these really amazing music stories, and you realize that things are connected that you never would have thought was connected, and certain artists that you never would have realized really how can I say, influenced each other. Like the fact that I never knew that 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys, all of them were all basically products of the record companies wanting to create a different version of Boyz II Men. They saw the success there and wanted to duplicate it with artists of different races, or a different race. And I never knew that. It was just a really interesting story, getting to hear Boyz II Men's side of it, and even getting to hear from some of the people from the other boy bands as well. Nick Lachey was on there. Okay. But each episode is basically tackling a different part of pop music. So far, I haven't finished it yet, but we've dealt with pop, country pop, Brit pop, and rock and roll kind of situations. A lot of cool stuff I learned about festival music, and it's basically like I feel like when to go and see music theory, I guess, sort of in school, but done in a really cool way. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite episodes was the country episode. I'm not a huge country fan. I do like it. Like if I hear it in passing, I'm like, oh, that kind of snaps. And it's narrated by a country star named Orville Peck. And I know him because he did a song with Shania Twain, but other than that, I didn't know him, but I just absolutely enjoyed him. And I'm gonna actually look for more things with him. Alright, coming in at part 2, we have Fear Street, which is a 3-part movie trilogy being released by Netflix week by week. So we're currently waiting for the 3rd installment, which is 1666, which will finish off this series. That is based on R.L. Stine's Fear Street book series, which is a series of books that he made for teenagers. After Goosebumps, he made another tier of children-oriented horror movies, but this one was a little more higher stakes because it was made for teenagers and not children. If you haven't read the books or anything, which I didn't even know anything about these Fear Street books, so it was completely fresh to me and fun. I gave the series a 7 out of 10, and honestly and truthfully, most of the things I did not like in the reasons why it got the 7 instead of a full 10 out of 10 happened in the first movie. To be completely honest, our main characters, which you do kind of stick with some of the same characters throughout the series, but it's time-lapsed, and as it's taking you back, like you start off in 1994, we just watched 1978, and now we're waiting for 1666. It's still all about the same characters and are part of the same world and everything, and I assume 1966 is going to conclude everything and tie all these different eras together because it's the beginning and the root of everything that happened. But I will say that the original characters in 1994, the main characters, I did not like. Side characters were awesome. I actually liked some of the villains. They were kind of cool. I just wasn't a huge fan of the people that we were supposed to be wanting to root for to be saved. Kind of was like, yeah, no, push them into the serial killers. At this point, I'm siding with the serial killers because I think you're trash. But that was the reason why I got 7 out of 10. But honestly and truthfully, it's still a fun watch, and I just can't wait to see what everybody else thinks about it. Coming in at number 3, or actually number 1, I don't know. Oops, sorry. Number 1, before I tell you that, I do need you to hit that like button. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share it if you care. Let your friends know, so that we can kind of build a little cool community where we can talk about things like this. But anyway, number 1 is Black Widow, which you know is on Disney Prime. It is streaming, and it is on the streaming service, but you do have to pay for the premiere access, which is an extra $29.99 in order to watch the movie. And it was worth it. It was really good. All in all, I gave it an 8 out of 10. And just for some character choices I didn't particularly agree with. And it's really one character, Taskmaster, for me. I think they could have, I don't know, they went in a different direction from what the source material was, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. I just didn't really understand the point of the change. So yeah, that would be the only thing for me. That I actually really enjoyed the movie. I kind of came in with some super low expectations of Black Widow, but no spoilers or anything like that. But oh, I was blown away. I loved it. I loved the tone and the pace of the movie. I loved a lot of the dialogue between the characters and their relationships, and it was so much fun. For a short time, you know, getting to see all those characters together, it was really great. It was a good movie. It was a good movie. Probably one of the better movies I've seen come out of this year. Oh, I should do a video where I rank Marvel's new shows and movies that came out. So far, Black Widow is actually one of the better ones. I can tell you it's so much better than Captain Marvel. And that's really all I needed from her. I was like, we already had, they gave us the chick in the Avengers, and I did not like Captain Marvel at all, so I was like, Black Widow, you're gonna have to hold it down for the girls, and she did. She delivered. She studied the assignment, and I really love, there's a character we get introduced to in this film that I am absolutely obsessed with and cannot wait to see where she goes and what they do with her in Phase 4. So that is the end of the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can be alerted when new videos come out. I just want to try to be a little more consistent with the videos and my recommendations for the movies, because I really enjoy them. I love watching new shows and stuff, and I do the work for you. If it sucks, you don't gotta watch it because I did. Alright, so you know the deal. If you click here, you will have some cool playlists that I've already put together. If you click here, you'll have one of my newest videos. And it might be reversed, actually. I'm not sure. You know what? I gotta remember that everything I do on the camera gets reversed. I think it's reversed. Either way, if you click something, you'll see more of me, and I'll appreciate it.